All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to my welcome back to my Modular Mayhem Let's Play Season 2. My apologies about the long gap between episodes. Life has gotten a little busy around here, but I'm back and I'm recording episodes again. So first thing you're going to notice is that this is not the same world where the last episode left off at. There was a minor bug with world generation from nuclear craft that has since been fixed. That really made a reset not necessarily mandatory, but a good idea. And of course, between last time I recorded and this, there's been a fairly sizable chromatic craft update. So I decided to go ahead and get another world anyway. You can see that we already have quite a few new flowers, among a few other things. Again, I'm not sure how well it's showing up for YouTube, but there's a very subtle overlay when you're inside an Ender Forest, and actually it's a lot more visible inside of, say, a Rainbow Forest. And I'm not getting a good, okay, you can kind of see it there, I think. So, yeah, it's something I'm really excited to get into. The book is now up to 169 recipes pages, where I think I like 150 or so. So there's new stuff to do. So yes, it's a brand new world. My apologies between the long gap between episodes. Life has been a bit crazy. I went ahead and skipped over all the early base building stuff. You already saw that. No point doing it again. So I've already explored a bit. I found a few things we're checking out as I get more set up. I've made plans what I want to do this season. I'm set up here nearby the sea, and somewhere right around here, I think, I'm actually going to build an underwater base. Thanks to the airlock from Magneticraft. However, that's going to take me a little while to get to. I need to do quite a bit of setup first. I'll need to get some early game power generation for one. But as you can see, I've got my farm set up, I got my trees set up, I got some chests and some basic stuff set up here. So I've already done a fair bit of exploring and gotten some stuff, including these new burrow fragments you get from the little burrows. I believe there are also additional specific fragments from each other world gen structures, the deserts, the ocean temples, and the caverns, which I have not yet seen. So, not sure what to do with those just yet. I've been mining, so I got some gem type stuff and some ore type stuff, some processed plants. So I'm all in fairly good shape. What I gotta do now is set up some very early game way of processing ores into ingots. I can double my ores via the crashing table here, but processing them into ingots is something. I mean, I could go through and use the same old workshop table I did last season, but I think I'm going to try out a new mod, one that I did not touch last season, and you can see set up over here. This is Aura Cascade. This is an Aura Cascade smelting setup. Now, Aura Cascade is a very neat mod. It has its own little book. Go through here. And it's got both a walkthrough and a quest system. So you can go through and do all this stuff, and they'll tell you exactly how this all works. All right. However, I won't be doing it on camera here. I'll try to cover everything roughly how it works here. The very first thing you got to understand is with Aura Cascade, all power is generated by aura flowing down. Aura goes from straight down. It only moves straight down, 9 diagonals. It goes straight down from that node to this, and that falling aura produces power. When the aura falls, it produces power, and then a nearby machine will use that power. Nearby, whatever, you will use that power to do something. So that's what this does. Aura falls, produces power. This does something. In this case, this is a smelter. It does furnace operations, ores to ingots. The thing is, though, once the aura has fallen, you got to get back up somehow. So what happens, the aura will then fall down here. And you can make the aura, by the way. You know, the aura here has a recipe. Where is it? That, yeah. So, you know, you can make aura. You make the nodes. All this manufacturable. You always have the recipes. So you put aura up here, it falls down. Now, once it's all fallen down, of course, it won't go back up on its own. You had to pump it back up, which is where these come in. These are pumps. See, when aura is shared by all things around it. So when aura falls down here, it is then shared to these pumps. These pumps then pump the aura back up to these nodes. Again, it's a straight up. There are no diagonals, so he's straight above him. When the aura gets up there, it is then shared to this node, falls down, makes more power, flows back to the pumps, up, back, and around. And this is the cycle that just continuously makes power for aura cascade. The pumps run on a variety of things. These things are running on coal. These are burning aura pumps. They run on smeltables, furnace fuels, like in this case, coal. Each coal lasts 320 seconds in one of these things and produces 300 power every second. All right? So very basic. So I got 3 pumps producing 900 power total. And so they pump up 900 power worth of aura. It falls down, makes 900 power. You got this thing here, the cascading smelter, which uses 190 power per progress. So it's producing fairly quickly. So it's eating up that 900 power to smelt stuff. And if I go ahead and we'll throw, say, an iron out here, let me show you how this works. Iron chunk. You can see the aura flowing, and a second. Takes a second to speed up. There you go. And there you have it. And 299 seconds left. You can see the aura starting to accumulate here. Now, I've not quite yet worked out how to fully automate this. These pumps can be turned on and off by redstone. You can see they are currently getting a redstone signal, which turns them off. That is because I have also made something called a monitor. A monitor on the side of an aura cascade machine will detect whether that machine has something to do. If it does not have any work to do, it will output a redstone signal. So, as long as this thing doesn't have anything to do, this thing will output a redstone signal. It'll turn the pumps off, so they'll stop running. However, if you give it a little bit of work to do, bingo, bongo, pumps will start running, power start flowing, and there you go. Nice. I'm still working out a good way of, automating all this, though. All right. Sorry about that. I had to go take care of something real quick. All right. As I said, I have not quite figured out how to fully automate this. Thanks to the monitor here, I can automate turning on off the pump so I don't use up, the power in them when I don't need to do stuff. That much I got. And I just figured out a way to automate the picking up of stuff, thanks to a little bit of extra utilities. So let me go ahead and show you how all that works. So we put a transfer node here. You put here, do that, and we get a chest here. Should hook up the back of that chest, and it does. So you put a world interaction upgrade here. You put a filter, in this case with iron it here. What this should do then, if I did this right, and I may have or may not have, when you drop him here, you see monitor says, hey, he didn't know what to do. Redstone turns off, pumps run, power flows, he smelted, and if I did it right, or not, well, that should have worked. know it. Nicely through the night real quick. All right. Well, it's almost a working system. I may need, what is it called? Great. Try that again. All right, where is it? There it is. I may need not a speed upgrade. Where is it? Direction, item filter, stack upgrade. Well, I think I actually may need a second one of these. Maybe a thing. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that should have worked. I'm not sure why it didn't. Odd. I mean, that's got the... It may need a little more range than it's capable of giving it. So you should, if you put an iron ingot on that block, pick the iron ingot up. And it's not. Huh. Alright, before I do this legitimately, let's cheat this in real quick and see if this is the issue. Let's see if it needs just a second. And see if that helps. Yep, bingo. And that should have gone into the chest. Alright, so I need 2 of these things. Easy to fix. Just throw that one away. Put this back in recipe mode. I will need a second one of those. Easy enough to fix. Do I have everything I need? Not quite. I will need more sticks, I think. And a little bit of lattice, which is here. Like so. So, requires more sticks. I knew that. Like so. Surround it like so. And there we go. So let's try that again. Put you in there like that. Now, again, I haven't quite figured out how to fully automate it. But this at least automates everything from the running of the pumps, turning them on and off as the thing has work to do, and collecting the finished goods. I don't quite get how to automate putting the raw ingredients down. But now I should be able to do this. And there we go. And it's going, hey, I got work to do. So the redstone signal turns off, pumps are running, power aura flows up, aura flows down, makes power, he's smelting. All is good. That's very nice. That's what that is. I love it when something I build works the way I want it to. I didn't touch Aura Cascade at all last season. I always meant to, I just never did get around to it. This is actually very good for early game. And everything's explained really well in its own little book here. It has a walkthrough, has quests to do. So they'll get you really started. Again, this is a very simple system. It just uses 4 aura nodes, 3 pumps, and just a little bit of aura to get going. You need about 2,000 or so. And you get 1,000 per aura you craft, so. And it runs reasonably fast. And it's actually really, really, really efficient, too. There we go. Of course, I will need to add more things that filter as time goes on. Right now, just handling iron. So, and you see the aura is very slowly settling back into the pumps. Ready to be used again when this thing has more work to do. Being kept track of by the monitor. So I just kind of run by and just dump off goods ready to smelt. It also works with sand and glass, as you can see in my inventory here. Anything that you'll throw into a furnace, you just walk by and go, blip. Poop. So there you go. Again, it is really efficient. It's like a stack and a half per 3 coal, which is like 4 times more efficient. So I just gotta figure out some way to get the raw materials put down automatically. I'm guessing a dropper might do it with a redstone clock. Um, I don't know. I'll look into it, but it's at least semi-automated as it stands now. Um, I just reach down and grab things in the chest down there. I can go down there and fiddle with the filter as I need to. Just take it out and add stuff to the filter and put it back. Easy done. Easily done. And it's relatively cheap. It took... these things take gold nuggets. So it's like 2 gold, some iron, and some redstone is what it took to set these up. It's very cheap. It's very good for very early game smelting stuff before you get into true. And again, there's also a lot more that our Cascade can do, and I'll be getting into that. They got all these nice little tools. They've got some fairly powerful some powerful little stuff they can do here. The synthesizer can double ores, enchanters, brewers. They even got a miner and then all the fairy system. And I'll be trying to get into that as time goes on. So there's a lot new to do there. Again, I'll be getting into my underwater base. I'll need to get a little bit of early game power before I can do that, though. I'll also need to go mining a bit more because I only found 1 tungsten, and that's not nearly enough. I also got to find out a good early game way of doubling my ores. This actually does have one. I think it's the processor. I'm not exactly sure. Let me check that in the book here. Yeah, the processor. Is what it is. So, but the problem I have with that is it takes a lot of power and it's relatively slow. So I'm not as well. Actually, let me show you this. I wonder if it's going to be capable of. Well, let's find out. It's just as easy to show you as anything else. Processor takes these and some. All right. I should still have. Yes, I do. Yeah, I ran through some of the quests and they give you some of these things left behind. So, all right, let's see here. And I'll need 5 of you. All right. So, easy enough. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is he? Here he is. Oh, I only needed 4. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find some use for that. All right. Now, I don't know if it's going to be capable. All right. You can see he needs power per progress of 150, but it requires 60 progresses to do anything where he needs is 3. So, if I were to get some more, not sure my setup is, well, actually, it's easy enough to fix that. Oh, we need a pick or a pickaxe to, I mean, an axe or a, okay, it is. Quick. It's running. Using a little power here. Let's put you in its place. There. All right. Let me show you why I'm not as happy with the ore doubling. Where's my ores? There's some. So if I go over here and I feed it a piece of ore, you see, whoops, damn it, too close. There we go. I need to be a little ways away so you can. There. See, it's got to go through all 60 of those progresses before it'll actually double the ore up. And it takes a while. I mean, this is incredibly slow. And so, you know, it's got to be the... There it goes. And there. It just turned it into... So, I don't know if I'm ever going to use that. I don't know. I'm still not sure yet. Let's go ahead and turn these into... There. Ha! And boop, boop, and done. Ha! Easily done. So, go ahead and sleep through the night. Alright, there we go. But at the very least, I have a way of smelting my ores now. I just gotta find a way of doubling them. I've been using the crushing table for magnetic craft, and that's not a bad way to manually do it in the very beginning. I could go back to Nuclear Craft's crusher, like I did last season. I also have to think. I'll have to check and see what options I have available for early game ore doubling. I guess it's not really all that important. Oh, and there's also something I do want to show you here as well. Here's something you're going to have to be a little wary of. I have both Yui's workshop and Steve's workshop, and the recipes are exactly the same. So when you make one of these things, you got to check and make sure when you're on the table here, and which one you're getting. Check out the name of the item you're getting, and it's not the correct mod. Hit the little arrow down here. But there has been something that they've done that I really also want to check out. Because the latest update to Yui's Workshop, you can now power that thing off of RF. Takes 4. God, it's expensive. Oh, well, that's not, I don't have the redstone. Oof, I barely had the redstone. Oh, well, I can get more. And it's going to take one of these, which is simply stone. And, alright. Do I have stone in my inventory? I do. I have wood. Alright. Yeah. And then it's going to take 4 iron, which I also have iron, and blocks of redstone, which I barely have. Alright. So I should now be capable of doing this. Nice. So this is something that was just added. And it will now left side. Input it enabled. There we go. I found this in one of the chests I looted from somewhere. This is a new thing from Nuclear Craft. It produces 1 RF a tick. 1. I'm trying to see exactly how... Oh, there it is. It is. It's going up. You can see. It's ticking up slowly. Haha. So, you can actually craft those. It's hilarious. They're almost completely and totally useless. But there you have it. It produces exactly 1 RF a tick. It'll do so forever. So again, it's relatively useless, but as a trickle charger for my table here, it's something. I might as well get use out of it. I got all sorts of stuff, including these little burrow fragments I'm still not sure what to do with. So, yep. So there we go. I think that covers everything I did want to cover this first episode back. You know, we got a way to process our ores. that is semi-automated. I can just dump stuff off to be smelted here, and it'll get it down there. You know, it's still running off of coal. I'll have to figure a way to automate this at some point if I want to continue down this route. But for now, this does do what I need it to do. I'll have to figure out A, a way how to get raw resources down, and B, how to actually make those raw resources. But again, there's this big book to do. So, and this quest system, oi. It seems to reset every time I log out, so I'm getting these weird rewards at weird random times. I'm not sure what to do about. I'll probably need to turn that off in the configs once I figure out exactly how to deal with that. Anyway, I think that's good enough. When we come back on the next episode, I will figure out a way to make better amounts of RF, although this is kind of sort of working. So we can get started on building the underwater base down there. I'll need more, of course, tungsten because airlock isn't actually that expensive a recipe. A bucket, a lot of glass, machine housing, which takes the carbide, and electric motor, which actually I may actually have enough tungsten because you get. I actually may have enough to make this. Hold on a second. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. I think I may actually have enough. Oh Lord. Yep, let me try this. Oh. Hammer. Nope. I wanted. That's what I wanted. Thank you. Ugh, inventory for junk. And hammer. Oh, well. Here. Alright. So, 1 tungsten chunk. 1 smelted tungsten chunk coming up. Ta-da! Alright. And I take this, put some coal around it, get some carbide. Alright. So what else does airlock take? Machine housing, which I should be capable of doing that. And it's going to take copper coils. Okay. All right. We can do this. Copper should be here. There's some junk out of my inventory real quick. Just a lot of junk in my inventory. Anyway. So, I would need like so. Oop. What? What am I missing? I didn't grab my copper. Huh. I got 32 and interesting. Well, that's a problem, but I'll worry about it in a minute. No, let's go ahead and use up these guys, which I'm not sure why they're different, but it's not really a problem. All right. There we go. Bucket. I need a bucket quickly. What? What am I missing? Glass? Glass I got. You I got. Motor I got. Right? Glass. Housing. Motor. Did I make a bucket? Hurry up. Didn't I? Okay. Let's try this again. No, that's what I did. Nope, there's a bucket. Alright, let's try this again. Airlock! Yay. Alright! This may actually be a little bit faster than I expected. The way this works is you place this down, you get power, and it'll suck up all the water in a radius. I don't know how big a radius that is, but it's a fairly large one. So that will allow me to actually build underwater. Cool. I had to figure out the aesthetics and all that though. Now what are we doing over here? Almost full up. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. it's it's one RF a tick, but it's doing its job. All right, let's go back to it here for now. All right, so yes, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. I do believe when you come back, I'll, get to work getting up a little better RF generation than that. And start work on getting my undersea base up and going. I will need a nice little flat spot to work on, and that's why I'm here, because you can see how bumpy the underwater is and how flat this area right here is. So, yeah. Now, of course, I can't build the entirety of my base underwater. The chromatic craft stuff will have to be up here on dry land. Luckily, this is why Matter Overdrive has transporters. So I can just put a transporter between here, I'm on a water base, and move between the two as I need to. And that will be that. But I plan to have a spot for my farm underwater, my tree farm, and I'll do as much as I can down there. It'll be great fun. I plan to do a lot of chromatic craft this season, a lot of Aura Cascade. I plan to dive really, really heavy into the magic side of things as much as I can, and maybe a little bit of the tech stuff I did not touch. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode, and I will see everyone when I come back. Hopefully in the next day or two. Anyway, thanks for watching, and take it easy.